Hello friends and welcome to PilatesFusion with Marie Green Yoga here on YouTube. And today we are going to use a block between the knees and possibly for the back of the head as well to make sure that we're not tensing up in our neck and our shoulders. And we are going through a couple of different sequences, exercises for side body, obliques, and for adductors, lower abs, and we will also get into a series of 5 towards the end. So let's start by laying down onto our backs, please. We're going to just take the block and put it between our inner upper knees and start with our pelvis clock. And the previous video, we had the block behind the head. Maybe if that's more comfortable, take it there. But for now, bring your block between the inner upper knees, give it a good squeeze, and then we lengthen the arms to the side, and then we'll come to the tip of the tailbone, anterior tilt, to unlock, untie knots into our lower back, SI joint, sacrum. Then we use the lower abs to pull up and do a posterior tilt with the help of the lower abs. And we come right at to the center ridge, 12 o'clock spot, right below the belly button and the lower back. So now there's no space between the lower back and your mat. And then we'll do just that, 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock. And we squeeze the block and hug the midline. And we inhale and exhale. And we'll keep on going for another 10 here to activate the lower abs, to untie any tightness in SI joints, lower back area, glute area. And we'll do another 5 here, inhaling and exhaling. Another 4, squeeze the block, use the lower abs as we move our sacrum. And 2 more. And last 1. And then from here, we'll come on to the center of our sacrum and come over to 3 o'clock spot and 12 o'clock spot. The knee stays straight up. So we got to give it like a little extra push with the side body and making sure that we are hitting that 3 o'clock spot and 9 o'clock and stretching and activating our diagonal tendons, ligaments, and muscles in the hips and lower abs. The lower back is slightly off of the mat for this one. And we'll do another 10 right here. Squeeze the block and another 8 and 6 more and 4, and we'll just keep on going and squeezing the lower abs. And last 2, 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. And then take the block to the side and bring your knees into the chest, hands around the knees. Bring your knees together nice and tidy. And then we'll circle onto the sacrum, the triangle bony part at the base of our spine. And we circle around, making sure that it feels nice and free and clear, that rotators, glutes are in a nice position in the lower back. And then we'll come to the other direction. And that position is usually like a rinse and repeat. And that's why we're here, to keep on making sure that our core is nice and steady and stable to support our lower back, our spine, our hips, all of it. And then from here, take the feet back down to the mat, and we'll take our block between the inner knees again, squeeze it, and that way we have our hips and our knees and our ankles nicely stacked. You can walk your feet out a little bit, hands behind the head, and we'll take a right elbow towards the left knee, and then we'll come up and over and left elbow to the right knee. And this way we have our knees straight up, and we get to work into the crescent body and tighten up nuts and bolts in the side of our waist, obliques, transverse abdominals. And really, for me, it's all of it. And we'll keep on going. We'll have our shoulder blades lifted from the mat and take right elbow towards that left knee, left elbow towards the right knee. And we'll keep it going here. Inhale on the way down, exhale, empty the air up on the way up. And We'll do another 10 here. Chin is in. And another 8. And another 6. And another 4 here. Shoulder blades are lifted off of the mat. And just like in the previous class, it's like we're having a little baby elephant sitting onto our belly. We'll do one more each side, to the left side and to the right side, and then we'll take it all the way back down and lower down. From here, take the block to the side, please. No need to squeeze the midline, and then take your thumbs underneath your sacrum, scoop the lower belly, and we're having our hands underneath so we can have help to access into the lower abs and secure our lower back. Legs to tabletop, and we're going to tip the heels down, and it starts and stops from the abs, from the lower abs. And we push the leg slightly forward, bring it back in, and slightly forward and bring it back in. So the lower legs are not bending. We are just pushing the femurs forward, and we'll do our best to keep the lower back in the mat by hugging the front side. And we'll keep on going. Inhale and exhale. And lengthening and contracting the whole way, holding on the way out, and hugging midline on the way up. We'll do another 10 here, and another 9. We'll just keep on going. Scoop the lower belly in, activate everything on the front side of the body, and another 6 here, and 5, and 4 more, and 3 more, and 2 more, and last one right here. And then take your knees into the chest. Bring your feet flat, open your legs to the side. Butterfly with the legs. If we needed to, we'll put blocks underneath the knees if it's not comfortable, or we keep the feet flat for chest lifts. But here's an option. Feet together, knees to the side, lower back is off the mat because we have external rotation. If your feet are flat on the mat, then pull the lower belly in and make sure that you have your lower back towards the mat. Elbows out to the side and slightly up, and then we lift and lower, and lifting and lowering, and lift and lower, and give it a little good hold on the very top. And we lift and contract and lower, and lift and contract and lower, and lift and contract and lower. And we keep on going for another 10 here. Exhale and inhale, and exhale and inhale, and exhale and inhale, and exhale and inhale, exhale and inhale, and another 5 here, and another 4, and 3 more, and 2 more, and last one. We'll take it up and hold it and pulse it up here. So keep it up and pulse and pulse and pulse and pulse and pulse and pulse for 10 more. 9, 8, lift a little higher, a little higher, a little higher, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and bring it back down. Oh, and take the feet back to the mat, knees to the chest. Bring your knees in, hug it all the way in. Maybe stretch your legs out in between. And then from there, take your feet back down on the mat. Take your block underneath your head, please. And get some good cushioning and some good lift for your neck. And from here, we're going to take our thumbs back together underneath the sacrum. The fingers are fanned out to the side, and we can lift our legs to tabletop. And we're going to take our heels together for Pilates V, and the knees out to the side. And we're going to bring the knees in and wide apart, and then push out. Heel stays together. Scoop the lower belly, point and flex. And then we'll bring it back in And then we push back out and we point and flex. And we have that baby elephant or 100-pound weight onto our belly, or maybe like a nice light pillow. Point and flex, and knees in and scoop the belly, and point and flex, and knees in and press back out. Point and flex, and knees in, extend out, and point and flex, and again, knees in, extend, point and flex. And we'll do another 10 here. Scoop the belly, point and flex. Stay with me, and scoop belly and point and flex. Bend knees, extend, point and flex. 7 more. And hold on to that front side. Point and flex, knees in, extend out, and point and flex. And another 5 here, point and flex. Another 4 and point and flex. Another 3 and point and flex. 2 more. Should be a nice contraction onto the belly. I hope there's some good feedback. And last one, we'll take it in, push it back out, hold it out here, and we point and flex for 10. Point and flex and scoop the belly, and point and flex and point and flex. Engage the side of the waist. Another 4 and another 3, another 2, and last 1, and bring it back in, and knees together. Oh, and hug your knees in, and put your feet onto the side of the mat, block to the side, arms to the side, and windshield wiper side to side. And 1 more, side to side, and then knees into the chest, hands under the knees. We're going to come to tabletop, please. So from here, hands fanned out to the side, second finger forward, and knees and hips are stacked, toes are tucked under. And from here, vacuum suck the belly button in, and we'll stay right here and do a tabletop plank version. Just holding, massaging the organs by pulling the belly button in and gluing the front side of the body in towards the spine, and just asking all parts to come on into the center. And we'll stay 1 more breath here. And then we're going to come to neutral spine, and you can come down onto your forearms. You can be on knees. We're going to come to a plank for 5 breaths. We'll do a 5-breath plank, or you can put me on pause and stay on plank as long as you like. Tuck the toes, and either you stay here on your knees, or you lift your knees up and vacuum suck the belly button. Not tabletop, but tailbone down towards the center of the heels. And then we'll stay right here, and we enjoy building our plank, front side of the spine and front support, staying strong in our arms, in our shoulders, staying strong in the front of the spine, in the hips, staying strong from ankles to knees to quads. And we'll stay here for another 3 breaths. And we inhale, and we exhale, and we inhale and exhale. And 1 more right here. And slowly bringing your knees back down, and come on to your seat, please. And we're going to roll like a ball. After that big holding, we're going to bring our knees into the chest and come maybe a little bit forward on your mat, so that you have like a 1/3 and then 1/3 to roll on, and make sure that the head has a place. So there's nothing on the mat. Clear your mat, please. Hands underneath the knees. pull the belly button in. We'll do 3 rolls here to the middle of the shoulder blades. Tuck your chin in, squeeze your abs, your glutes, and roll to middle of shoulder blades. And back up and squeeze everything you have. And one more right here. And then we'll come and take our hands underneath the knees and squeeze even more in. So now the knees are into the chest, and we'll see if they can stay there for the whole duration of rolling like a ball and coming down and back up and squeeze. And we'll do this 5 times. And holding the knees in, tightening up the abs as you roll down and back up. The head stays off of the mat. Let's do 2 more. Rolling down and coming back up. And last one. This should be fun. And then from here, put your feet down. Give yourself a little space. Arms forward. And let's roll down vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae and by vertebrae. And we'll make our way all the way down onto the mat. Bend the knees in. We have a series of 5 coming up, taking the block behind the head for comfort and security for neck and shoulders. Please, by all means, if you don't need the block, take the block away. For now, we're using the block. We have 30 different days of Pilates fusions together in this series. So today we're using the block. And who knows, maybe we'll build up to lift the block away from the head or vice versa. For now, take your right hand on the right ankle and the left hand on the right inner knee, and then extend your left leg, point your toes, and then from here we're going to double pulse in and switch, and double pulse in and switch. And the knee in the hands and the shin is being arranged to come straight down towards the chest, and they're not going to go outside of the shoulder blade or shoulder. They're staying right center, down and down. And we'll do double pulse from the abs, and double pulse from the abs, and double pulse. And we're squeezing the abdominals. 2 more double pulse, and 1 more. Left side, and then both knees in, just like rolling like a ball. Here we are. And then we'll extend back out, arms and legs opposite direction. Circle the arms and find your ankles. Extend, 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 and bringing yourself back into this little ball version. Inhale, arms and legs opposite direction, and hugging knees in. From the core, extend. From the core, bring yourself into a ball. Let's do 2 more for good measure. And exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Take your right leg to the sky for single leg stretches, and hands are helping. However, they are not pulling the leg. We are using the core to move our legs. The legs are helping us as a lever to get the nice pressure onto our abs. The abs are super steady, hips and shoulders are steady, and we keep on moving. And in this quick and swift switch, that's where we get the good ab burn. I hope you're feeling it. I do. Let's do 4 more, and let's do 3 more, and let's do 2 more, and let's do 1 more. And then from here, we're taking our hands underneath our sacrum, and we'll do double leg extensions, pointing your legs. You can stir the cosmos, moving your legs, toes, maybe 1 inch, or you can drop your legs to where you are feeling like there's a good feedback in towards your core. And we lower and lift, and lower and lift, and lower and lift, and lower and lift. And let's do 3 more, lowering and lifting, and lowering and lifting. And last one, lowering and lifting. Bring the legs to tabletop. You can have your hands under your sacrum, or you can take your arms up to the sky for bicycle today. We can move our legs and vacuum suck the belly button in, and pulling the knee into the chest, and extending and extending and extending as we are having some nice even pedal strokes. Pull the belly button in, reach the arms up, and we'll do another 5 and another 4 and 3 more and 2 more and 1 more. And my knee keeps on clicking. I like to do it until it unclicks. You might hear it. Knees into the chest, hugging all the way in. Oh, and having a good time right here. Feet on each side of the mat. Take the block away and come to windshield wiper one more time. Knees side to side to side to side. And then we'll end our Pilates Fusion today with chest lifts. So bring your feet flat, hands behind the head, elbows towards the side. Pull the belly button in, and we lift and lower. And lift and lower, and pull everything into that front side of the spine, gluing the deeper levels together, having a nice communication. And then we are layering and layering, and the outer layers will follow and help to support our structure, our bones. And we'll do another 10 here. Exhale and inhale, and exhale and inhale, and exhale, inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and another 5, and another 4, and another 3, and another 2, and last one. Hold it up and pulse it up here, and the shoulder blades are off of the mat, and we keep on pulsing for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, and 12 more, and 10, and 8, and 6, and 4, and 2, and last one, and bringing it all the way back down. Knees to chest, roll yourself up, cross at your ankles, come to forearm cobra with our belly down, forearms to mat, untuck your toes, and stretch the front of the belly. And fingers are nicely fanned, head is lifted, ears to the back. And exhale, elbows to the side, tabletop, elephant pose. Pull the belly button in, bring your feet nice and flat onto the mat. So we have not down dog with feet and hands wide apart from each other. We have elephant pose where we get to really contract the abdominals and arch the spine and glue the front side into the front of the spine and make some good memories of holding and binding ourselves together. Second finger forward, top of the head towards the mat. One more breath here. And then exhale, release. Come down onto your knees. And we have finished our Pilates Fusion together. I hope that you are feeling good in your belly and that there is a little buzzing going on. And if you felt like you needed to stretch out after this, then please hop on to the next class, which is a yoga for all levels, where we go into Prasarita Padottanasana and stretch our legs and our hips, adductors and knees. For now, this is it, and I hope to see you into our next session together, and I'll see you there. Enjoy your day, and thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you.